In this recording, I will create a class, a base class with pointer member or resource data, which is going to be used in the next recordings as a base class. In other words, this class will be used as a base class in the upcoming parts of the inheritance topic subseries. Here I am starting from the scratch. I will create a class which will have all the functions well implemented, which will be necessary for the drive class topics to be discussed in the next part 6, part 7, part 8 and part 9 recordings. So let us start. First I will create a class called animal, and to keep this class simple, I will have only one attribute, which is pointer, which will hold the name of the animal in a dynamic memory. And I have a public members constructor, default constructor to set name to null ptr, and I'm going to have a custom constructor to receive the name and do the validation and set it to first first set name to null ptr to default state, and if the received name is not equals to null ptr, then you do memory allocation and you copy the name into the attribute. To use this functions, you will need to include a library which is called C string. Here I also want to have a copy constructor. I have already discussed about copy constructor in one of the previous recording. This is necessary for proper demonstration of the drive class, so I am creating all the functions needed. Copy constructor will actually call the copy assignment, and which will require me to have a copy assignment operator properly implemented. This is a copy constructor. Reference return type operator overloaded, and if current object is not the same object, same as the source object, then you do the value. If name is not equals to null ptr, you do release the memory and set it to null ptr. After that then you do the validation, allocate the memory, then do the copying, then finally you return the current object. So this is a copy assignment operator logic. Now I am going to have a destructor to properly release the memory. And in addition to that, I also want to have a function to display the data. I use the OS receive object to display the name, and return the OS object. So this is the member assignment operator. I also want to need a global free helper operator so that I can use this in the syntax of the form, cout and then object, like that. So operator, for this function, first parameter must be of type OSStream, and the second is of the type, the class type. And then from inside you call. So this will this statement will actually invoke this function, and then this returns the OS. So whatever it this invocation returns, I am going to be returning right away. So this is the free helper operator, and this will allow me to use let's say object. If I have already created an object, let's say A1. Let me create an object first, A1, and this object, and this function, this operator allows me to insert this object in the output stream, and also it allows to put it in this form. And if I have another object A2 with animal with name Don, then I can concatenate in this way, in this form. Now this is this will invoke the custom constructor we created, and if I want to invoke, let's say, copy assignment, then I would do something like this: copy constructor, a new object you can create, and you can set it to existing object, and you can see the data in this object. Then after that, if I want to invoke copy assignment, then I would do A1 equals to A2, like this. You actually copy existing object to another existing object. This will actually invoke copy assignment. This will invoke copy constructor. A1. So when these objects go out of scope, automatically this destructor will be called, and the memory will be released. So let me do let me check this code by actually running in the terminal. I have a terminal here. This is the code for the execution. I think there is a small issue there. Let me go back to the code and try to fix it. OSStream animal operator. So the problem is no match for the operator. Let me go back to the code. Yeah. animal, and then shout a1 and a2. This is stream. Stream. Okay, so we have an issue with there's a problem here, cpy, and let me try to run it again one more time. Still we have a problem. Okay, switch back to the core. Okay, I think there's one thing missing at the end of the class definition. Semicolon is the thing that you must have at the end of the class definition. I think that was the problem here. So let me try it again. Clear. Yeah, now it's working. Compilation. It actually did. I think there is one problem still. Okay, the problem here is in the core. The problem is this is actually internally calling the copy assignment operator, but in the copy assignment operator actually it assumes that it is not null ptr, but it is expecting to point to some valid address, but this has not been initialized to null ptr at this point before it's calling. Therefore this command is trying to delete memory space, but it is actually pointing to some random memory space which is not null ptr, and it is trying to access a memory which is not allowed to be deleted. So I want to actually first set it to null ptr here. In this case, name equals to null ptr. Then I think this will solve this problem. Let me remove this thing, this part. Okay, so let me try it one more time in the terminal. So I'm switching to the terminal, compile and execute. Yeah, now it is working. So that was exactly the problem. So the problem was when you are calling this directly, many times it is possible that name would be set to some random value which may be pointing to some place in the memory which is not allowed to be deleted. So if that happens, there is a problem, but now it's working. We have copy assignment operator is working, copy constructor is working, and it is the data is displayed well. So name Jackie and then Don, next object, and it was copy constructed, and then this was copy assigned. So this is the end of this recording. I will be using this class as a base class for the other important topics. For example, the default constructor, copy constructor, copy constructor, custom constructor, copy assignment for the derived classes in the upcoming recordings. Thank you for watching this video.